Once you have assets of over $100 million, you enter the world of the super rich. This elite group includes billionaires, multi-millionaires, and ultra-high net worth families where wealth knows no bounds and luxury is a way of life. From sprawling estates and private jets to exclusive clubs and high-end fashion, the super rich live in a world that most of us can only dream of. But it's not all a life of roses. Being part of the super rich comes with super rich-sized problems. The world of opulence and extravagance often hides dark secrets beneath the surface, capturing the public's imagination and rattling the foundations of high society. Some of the most fascinating and compelling stories of crime and scandal stem from the seemingly untouchable upper echelons of wealth and power. In today's video, we're looking at the fascinating problems that only rich people would possibly have. We have everything from murder and bankruptcies to blackmail and corruption. If you like this video, please remember to press the like button, subscribe, and press the little bell on the right-hand side to be alerted of all my videos on the lives of the super rich. First up on our list is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an American businessman, television personality, and politician who served as the 45th and the 47th President of the United States from January 20th, 2017 to January 20th, 2021, and from January 18th, 2025 onwards. Trump is best known for his real estate developments, being the host of the reality TV show The Apprentice, and his scrapes with the law. Trump's first presidency was marked by significant and often controversial actions. He was impeached twice by the House of Representatives, first in December 2019 on charges of abuse and power and obstruction of Congress, and again in January 2021 on charges of incitement of insurrection following the storming of the US Capitol by his supporters. On a personal basis, it's not much better. Writer E. Jean Carroll accused Trump of rape in the 1990s. She filed a defamation lawsuit against him after he denied the allegation, claiming she was lying, and Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, alleged that Trump directed him to pay hush money to adult film actress Stormy Daniels to prevent her from going public with claims of an affair. If you thought businessmen were bad, wait until you hear about sportsmen. Take O.J. Simpson as an example. O.J. was a former American football running back who was drafted by the Buffalo Bills in the NFL, where he played from 1969 to 1977, followed by a brief stint with the San Francisco 49ers from 1978 to 1979. Simpson was a prolific running back known for his speed and agility. He became the first NFL player to rush for more than 2,000 yards in a single season. In 1994, Simpson was charged with the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. The trial, often referred to as the trial of the century, was highly publicized and lasted for about 9 months. In 1995, Simpson was acquitted of the murder charges in criminal court. Another super-rich sports star who thought he could get away with anything is Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a retired American professional boxer who is widely regarded as one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. He was born on June 30th, 1966, in Brooklyn, New York. Known for his ferocious and intimidating boxing style, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history at the age of 20 when he won the WBC title in 1986. Tyson's career highlights include winning the WBA and IBF titles in 1987, which made him the undisputed heavyweight champion. He's also known for his knockout power and quick victories. 44 of his 50 wins were by knockout. According to a report by the New York Times, Tyson earned approximately $400 million during the first 18 years of his boxing career. But all the money in the world couldn't help Tyson. Firstly, he was accused and went to jail for rape. In 1992, Mike Tyson was convicted of raping Desiree Washington, an 18-year-old Miss Black America contestant, in an Indianapolis hotel room. The incident occurred in July 1991. Tyson was found guilty on February 10, 1992, of 1 count of rape and 2 counts of criminal deviant conduct. On March 26, 1992, Tyson was sentenced to 6 years in prison and 4 years of probation. Tyson was released on parole in 1995 after serving 3 of his 6-year sentence. His early release was granted due to good behavior and his participation in prison programs. Secondly, His spending was out of control. He spent lavishly on everything from jewelry, mansions, and vehicles to Siberian tigers. Tyson bought several lavish mansions, including a 52-room mansion in Connecticut and a luxurious estate in Ohio, which featured amenities like indoor pools and tiger enclosures. He owned a collection of expensive cars, including Rolls-Royces, Bentleys, Ferraris, and Lamborghinis. He was known for buying multiple luxury cars at a time and had a penchant for expensive jewelry, including custom-made diamond-encrusted pieces and watches. He reportedly spent millions on jewelry alone. It's not just ex-presidents and sportsmen that are causing problems, though. It's billionaire bankers too. First up, we have Bernie Madoff, who ran a Ponzi scheme that worked by using his new investors' funds to pay returns to earlier investors, creating the illusion of a profitable and legitimate business. The scam worked so well because Madoff attracted investors by promising consistently high and stable returns, which were highly appealing, especially during times of market volatility. Madoff lived the super-rich lifestyle, including a luxurious penthouse on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, packed full on an extensive collection of expensive art, including works by famous artists. When he wanted to escape the busy city of New York, he had a choice of a weekend away at 95-foot Riva Opera, a high-end vessel known for its elegance and performance. The name Bull was a nod to the bull markets in the financial industry, which symbolized rising stock prices. If he wanted to stay on dry land, there were lavish properties in Montauk, Long Island, and Palm Beach, Florida, and the luxurious villa on the French Riviera. He leveraged his reputation and connections in the financial industry to gain trust and attract wealthy clients, hedge funds, and institutional investors. He provided false account statements and reports showing impressive returns and a steady growth of investments. Investors believed their money was being invested in a variety of securities, including blue-chip stocks, options, and other legitimate investments. Instead of investing the money as promised, Madoff used new investors' funds to pay returns of earlier investors. This, it created the appearance of a successful investment strategy and encouraged existing investors to keep their money in the scheme and attract new investors. The scheme continued as long as new investments flowed in to cover withdrawals and pay returns to earlier investors. In late 2008, during the financial crisis, many investors began demanding their money back, leading to a liquidity crisis. Madoff was unable to meet the redemption requests, and the scheme collapsed. Madoff's Ponzi scheme resulted in estimated losses of around $65 billion, making it one of the largest and most devastating financial frauds in history. The scandal had a profound impact on investors, regulatory bodies, and the financial industry as a whole. On June 29, 2008, Bernie Madoff was sentenced to 150 years in prison. The sentence was handed down after he pleaded guilty to 11 federal felonies, including securities fraud, investment advisor fraud, and money laundering. It's not only in America the super rich are at it, it's across the world. Take the Irish national, Sean Quinn. Sean started out by extracting gravel on his family farm to eventually building one of the largest business empires in the world. At its largest, Quinn business empires consisted of everything from cement, insurance, hotels, and real estate, making him the richest man in Ireland, with his wealth peaking at over $6 billion. In the mid-2000s, Quinn went on a spending spree to include a massive 14-bedroom house in his native county, Fermanagh. He traveled by an 8-seater Augusta AW109E helicopter or his 10-seater personal jet, a Dassault Falcon 200EX. The jet has a bathroom with gold fixtures and is capable of carrying 10 people. Quinn invested heavily in real estate, both in Ireland and internationally. His holdings included high-profile properties such as the Belfry Hotel, a luxury hotel and golf resort in the UK, the Hilton Prague, one of the largest hotels in the Czech Republic, and the Quinn Tower, a high-rise building in Kiev, Ukraine. However, during the financial crisis of 2008, Quinn managed to lose it all and was declared bankrupt. A few years later, Quinn's downfall began with his heavy investment in Anglo Irish Bank. He accumulated a significant stake in the bank through his holding company. However, the bank collapsed during the 2008 financial crisis, leading to massive losses for Quinn. Following the financial crisis, Quinn's business empire began to unravel. In 2011, he declared bankruptcy in Northern Ireland, claiming debts of around $2.8 billion. The worst was still to come. Legal battles ensued over his assets, and he was found in contempt of court for attempting to hide assets from the Irish Bank Resolution Corporation, the entity created to manage the assets of the defunct Anglo Irish Bank. In 2012, Quinn was jailed for 9 weeks for contempt of court related to his efforts to put assets beyond the reach of the IBRC. Much of the missing money, including a $150 million loan, went to a series of shell companies in Vanuatu, which specializes in offshore banking and offers strict secrecy laws for investors. The international property had always been controlled by an offshore company, but 6 months after Quinn's bankruptcy, an invoice from a Swedish lawyer arrived at company headquarters and alerted the bank to what appeared to be moves by the Quinn family to move the valuable property assets beyond its reach. In a secret boardroom coup, Sean Quinn had been reinstated as head of group property operations in Stockholm and had begun signing away rights to that valuable property. Sean Quinn and his family had exploited legal loopholes to take charge again. While Quinn remains bankrupt, his family have been accused of hiding about 2.8 billion euros from the Irish Bank Resolution Corporation. Today, we've seen the worst behavior of the super rich, from bankruptcy, Ponzi schemes, and even rape. But the worst act of the super rich has to be Aaron Hernandez, who went from NFL start to convicted murderer and sentenced to life imprisonment. Aaron Hernandez was an American football player who played as a tight end for the New England Patriots in the National Football League, the NFL. Hernandez was born in Bristol, Connecticut, and developed an early talent for football. During his college years, he played college football at the University of Florida, where he was a key player for the Florida Gators and won the BCS National Championship in 2009. In 2010, Hernandez was drafted by the New England Patriots in the 4th round of the NFL Draft. He quickly became a standout player during his first year, while performing a formidable tight end duo with Rob Gronkowski. In 2012, he helped the Patriots reach the Super Bowl 46, where they faced the New York Giants. However, the Patriots were defeated by the Giants with a score of 21-17. At the height of his NFL career, Aaron Hernandez had a substantial financial situation, primarily due to his contract with the New England Patriots. In 2012, he signed a 5-year contract extension worth $40 million, which included a $12.5 million signing bonus. With this, he lived a privileged lifestyle. He lived in a 10-bedroom mansion in North Attleboro. The mansion cost millions to buy and millions more to be refurbished. The heart of this mansion is its gourmet kitchen with top-of-the-line appliances, marble countertops, and a spacious island perfect for family life. Hernandez spent most of his time working out in his state-of-the-art home gym, a sanctuary for fitness enthusiasts. It boasts sleek modern design with mirrored walls, reflecting the gym equipped with the latest exercise machines and weight benches. He had a passion for cars and regularly rented cars for the weekend to maintain his social lifestyle. On the 17th of June 2013, Odin Lloyd was found murdered in an industrial park about a mile from Hernandez's home in North Attleboro, Massachusetts. He had been shot multiple times. Odin was a semi-professional football player for the Boston Bandits and was dating the sister of Aaron Hernandez's fiancée, Cheyenne Jenkins. Police quickly linked Hernandez to the murder, and on the 26th of June, he was arrested and charged with the murder. While it's not known exactly what happened, what is known is that on the evening of June 6, 2013, Hernandez, along with 2 associates, Carlos Ortiz and Ernest Wallace, picked up Lloyd from his home in Dorchester, Massachusetts. Surveillance footage showed Hernandez and his associates driving away with Lloyd in a rented silver Nissan Altima. The group drove to an industrial park in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, not far from Hernandez's home. During the ride, Lloyd sent a text message to his sister indicating that he was with NFL, a reference to Hernandez, and stating, "Just so you know." Upon arrival of the industrial park, Lloyd was taken out of the car and shot multiple times. The exact details of the shooting were not fully clear, but forensic evidence showed that Lloyd had been shot 5 times. Hernandez and his associates then left the scene and returned to Hernandez's home, where surveillance footage showed them arriving. Hernandez was later seen on his home surveillance system, holding what appeared to be a gun. During the trial, prosecutors presented their case that Hernandez had orchestrated and participated in Lloyd's murder. Key pieces of evidence included the surveillance footage, text messages, ballistic evidence, and testimony from Ortiz and Wallace. It was suggested that Hernandez had become increasingly paranoid and distrustful of those around him. The exact motive for Lloyd's murder remains unclear, but prosecutors argued that Hernandez may have been concerned that Lloyd knew too much about Hernandez's involvement with other violent incidents, or that there had been some form of personal dispute. On April 15, 2015, Aaron Hernandez was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Ultimately, if you're part of the super rich, you need to have your lawyer on speed dial, just waiting for that super rich problem that needs to be sorted quickly.